Call this meeting to order. We're here for our monthly department head meeting, just to get an idea of what's going on from each department, what's happening with them. And we'll just, we're missing a couple departments today because there's so much going on. But we'll go with who we have here. And Randy, we'll just start with you back there. What's going on in maintenance?
We have started getting the floors refinished in the courthouse. They came last week for 4 days. And they finished the landings, the stair landings and the stairs in the second, third, floor areas. They also tried to see what they could do with the mosaic floors on the second and third, and it doesn't look like it's much more than a good clean is all they're gonna be able to do to it. They feel that it's pretty well lasted its life at this point because they can't grind it like they do the marble and stuff to put new finish on it. So I started moving some of the law books out that we've been trying to find homes for, despite calling about a dozen different places. I've got nobody to take them, so we're gonna have to put plan B, unfortunately, and just dispose of them.
Well, we have some public here. Do you need any law books?
I don't.
They're great for flower pressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Libraries would have wanted them or something.
Well, we've offered libraries and everybody,
Yeah.
but they are out of date. So,
And that's about it right now. Oh, and the cooler situation. I think we finally got it cold enough in this building where folks are happy. So I haven't heard any complaints for a good week. Where's my wood? But, yeah.
don't knock on it. We might find termites.
We had to crank it down pretty low to get it cold. So then, and I apologize for anybody in the lower elevations here that have on their sweaters.
At least Trish took her stocking cap off before she came up.
It was pretty visible in a few places upstairs, so we just had to crank it down pretty good. Other than that, that's about it right now.
Okay. All right. Go around, Colleen. What's going on in the land of grants?
Oh, about 45 spreadsheets. It's great. For the chillers, I got a quote from DJ, and so that'll be migrating your stuff over for your environmental controls. We'll get that started. So
Okay.
DJ should be contactable with your laptop downstairs.
To get it all hooked up so I can control it. Gotcha. Yeah, the new update,
Yeah,
because we're still running on the old program and the other computer. Right,
So-
gotcha.
that should be started here pretty quick. So if they have a minute. And then with the floors, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, commissioners, that is the marble refinishing that we had through the SLFI. So we need to post invoices, post some other things. And
Tracy actually forwarded one to me, but you want me to forward it to you then, or is she getting them for some,
Okay,
she's receiving them?
Yes.
They're not, they're straight to me. She,
yes, please. And I'll send her a question.
Okay.
The same.
Okay.
Because those are-
no, I think I don't know where that funds for that would be going. That union air guy did contact me. The fencing we have around the chiller right now is theirs, and then you collect that up in the next couple of months or so. Sooner the better. So I have a rough estimate of around $700 or $800 to put a new fence around that. So
So I would put that on your plate if you want to consider that expenses of the chiller. It is, but again, not lined out in the CSN quote, but set aside for unexpected expenses due to the installation of the chiller.
okay,
I've never put their stamp of approval on it.
okay, because we definitely want to keep it around that. We'll have every kid in the neighborhood use it for jungle gym. Yeah.
Bigger than them.
Just gonna save on park grants this year, so. What else you got going, spreadsheet queen?
Looking into future grants and what those mean and some, I guess, feasibility right now and whether or not they're worth putting in for and how to proceed the right way, but nothing new and fantastic. Still proceeding with the prosecution grant. We've had the job out there posted in several places. If anybody knows anybody that has a certified alcohol and drug counselor, certified drug and alcohol counselor certificate or degree, bachelor's degree. But the job is now open and we'll go for that and we'll move forward. And that usual stuff.
How's now the Alder well going? Have they talked to you about that? Is that,
Yes, so they sent me some information. I'm still trying to wrangle what that looks like and what the timelines are. I've spoken with DEQ and another group. I'm going to go to the soil and conservation next and talk about what does that look like for their rehab. I have looked into a couple of USDA for surface water, but also distressed community grants for water and sewer. So still trying to figure out what that looks like for them, but
Okay.
we've been going back and forth.
I know they were concerned about their fire trucks as well.
That's a sketchy situation. And that's one of the things I have brought up. And I've also talked with Dan Lawson. And
Okay.
there's not a whole lot from his side that we can do, but he's going to keep his ears open for any opportunity
Okay.
for FEMA or, emergency or wildfire, anything that we can do there.
I appreciate it.
Because that's not.
I know.
We're gonna plug a fire hose or a garden hose into this tonight. It'll be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nobody's house can burn down tonight.
That's right. Yeah, we're pumping the river in the middle of the winter.
Exactly.
Break the ice and
Hope you're okay with it.
if it's cold enough.
Right, so working on that. Clarkia is moving forward, so this is one that we've been trying to figure out since last year. So they've got the study, the engineering study going on what is their system going to need to look like and where it is now. If they're doing okay, but they are not going to for very long. That's underway and which gives us a good door into some resources we're already working with them to kind of slide. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna take a peek over here.
Well, Dave had to step out for an emergency, so I will take over for a bit and how's things going upstairs, Mike?
We're busy. We'll also probation services working with Pauline and other folks in the county with the diversionary, adult diversionary program. Moving forward, like she said, the job is placed out there, looking for an individual to fill that. I'm working on the policies and procedures at this point and getting that all lined out, having weekly meetings. We've had 2 graduations with our treatment court in the last 2 months. I wasn't here at the last meeting, so.
Okay.
But that's good. We're
Yeah.
happy to see that. And we have 7 people that are actively in that program right now and several of them moving towards graduation also.
Yeah.
And the last thing I have is Christy Miller, the juvenile probation officer, is scheduled to go to misdemeanor probation post academy here starting on the 4th of August. So she'll be gone for several weeks doing that. So when she's done, she'll be a certified misdemeanor probation officer. So she'll have both of those certifications and start doing some misdemeanor probation.
Well, that's good. So how's the crime rate going? I mean, is it?
Well, it's always steady for us.
It's always steady, but is
Yeah.
it
It's,
jumping?
yeah, it seems like DUIs are a popular thing, that and possession.
And
Plus we're busy with the, pre-trial, drug testing program. And so every time anybody sees anybody getting arrested on the freeway, we're testing them.
Yeah.
If they're able to get out. So,
we're testing them, we're bringing them here, we're prosecuting them, paying to defend them, and yeah. All right, that it?
That's it.
All right. Let's go to fire mitigation.
Okay, with fire mitigation, this week they should probably finish the cutting and piling in Terror Gulch. And the crew there will move to North Kellogg and finish that project with the cutting and piling. And then that crew will move to one of our new projects that we just signed up here in the last 2 weeks, to the Bear Creek project. And then the other crew has been off for about a week. And when they're coming back to work tomorrow, and they're gonna start on the project we just talked about here in our earlier meeting. And he's expecting that project will last 10, 12 weeks. So with that time, table he's given me and the timetable the other one's given me, they'll probably finish up their projects that they have right now about first August, not August, October. And then from there, we'll move right into pile burning and probably close out some grants and
Now, when do you start burning? Probably in November?
usually we start looking at burning right after the, state of Idaho
Okay.
releases the restrictions, which is October 20th.
Yeah.
We'll start burning that next day if we've had enough moisture that we're not gonna cause a problem.
Okay.
Usually we'll have to wait until we've had, at least a week of good rain before we even think about it.
How long does that take to burn all that? And you guys do burn all the way into December and January, or is it, you try to get everything at once?
Usually there's a window there that like October to like December, it's really good. And then for some reason, even though the piles are covered, piles won't light, so, or they're real hard and it's taking too much time.
Mhm.
So we'll shut down and come back like in February and start burning again.
Oh, okay. Truck through the snow and.
Apologize for having to step out and have an emergency phone call. Who did I miss?
You missed
Oh,
Mike. He came in on.
I got back in time for Trish's. though.
Trish, yeah.
That's good. I wanted to hear her first one representing the department.
Yeah.
We are busy. Sort of busy. We are doing the triage. We've got a little less than a dozen building permits this month. We're processing subdivision and a couple conditional use permits that'll be going to county commission here in August. And continuing with the mountain overlay district ordinance.
Getting the hang of it?
Slowly but surely,
Yeah.
doing just fine.
Good.
Freezing.
You know what? It's actually a little cooler up here than it is in my office.
Basement's a little warmer than
It's a
that.
little warmer than normal.
Wow.
That's kind of nice.
We
Isn't it?
pushed it all to the second
It's comfortable
floor.
down there today.
Well, we found out there was a lot of hot air on the second and third floors and we had to do something about it, so. Okay, anything else?
We're plugging right along.
Mike, I missed your give me the highlights, what I missed.
I mentioned the grant that we're working on. Talked about the 2 graduates from our treatment court in the last 2 months. And Christy Miller, our juvenile probation officer, is going to be going to post. We're starting in 2 weeks. For about 4 weeks, we'll be down there in Meridian.
And what will that get her?
She'll be a certified misdemeanor probation officer.
It's the probation.
So she'll have both the juvenile and the adult misdemeanor probation certification.
That's good.
Very good.
I'm glad that's working. That's really neat.
Yeah.
We're one of the only ones in the state that do that, right?
There's a couple that have, juvenile and, adult misdemeanor that are, right now, one of their officers is dual certified, so excited for Christine to have that. And
Yeah.
should be able to work her to her bone.
Yeah, get more out of her, even more, that 60 hours.
Still keep going the right direction and.
Yeah, she's excited.
Yeah.
She's looking forward to it. That's something that she's wanted to do. Move in that direction. So happy for her to be able to get her in there and get that taken care of.
Thank you for recapping me on that. Anything from you, Commissioner?
We're busy with budgets. I get, and then we had a, what was that at the airport? We had like 30 planes come in.
The Antique Airplane
Older
Club.
airplanes come in, so that went well. So we got a lot of people interested in hangars, and so we've got to start finding some more room for hangars.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's about it.
ditto. What he said, busy with budget. seems to be the overwhelming thing here the last few days. So, and I've been sitting in on the ILED grants and trying to keep up with those. And, I don't think I have anything other than that myself. Sydney, do you have anything?
No.
I just thought I'd surprise her.
Yeah.
She sits there and keeps us all functioning in the right order, but nothing at all? Okay. How are you enjoying North Idaho? I put her on the spot for that one too, so. Yeah. We're glad we got you.
On you
Here's some people.
go. Okay.
She's from 100 miles away. That's bringing in new blood right there. So, all right. Anybody else? Any questions from the public?
I was hoping to maybe catch the weed department, but I'll give them an email instead. That's why I popped in.
The weed department, yeah, they don't usually come because of the drive, I guess. So, all right. Are we all done? Okay. Well, with that, thank everybody for your work and the communication. It's been fun trying to keep up with what every department's doing and keep track of for all the rough news. There's just a lot of good things going on in our county, and appreciate the courthouse looking nicer all the time, cleaner, nicer, better.
She's getting there. She's got a way to go yet. She's getting there.
We're getting there. So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.